What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Skybox Podcast. I'm Bills. He's ACG. Let's get going.
Get it.
All right. So first, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this week. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the page. It's going to help us out, and it'll keep you in the loop anytime we have any updates or we come up with any late-breaking news. So with that being said, let's get to this week's topics. All right, so first up, we have Tiger Woods and his car accident. ACG, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that was scary. I think I found out like how we always find out scrolling through Instagram. And I was like, damn, like I hope it's not serious. But I think his career might be up because I heard he shattered some ankles or whatever. He injured his leg. Like it was bad.
Yeah, it was tough because the people said he broke both legs or fractured both legs, and he broke like both of the bones in one of the legs.
Yeah.
And he needed a rod to be put in the leg. Then he shattered one ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I got my my medical degree from a scratch off, but from what I understand, when you shatter something, that's not good.
No. Any the word shattered associated with any part of your body.
or even outside of your body. Shatter my iPhone. That's not good. Like I probably would rather shatter like my pinky toe than shatter my iPhone.
Yeah. You think it's over for his career?
You know, it's tough because they were reporting that he just came off of a surgery a few months back.
Yeah.
So he was just like still doing rehab. I know the day before the accident, he he was like playing with D Wade. He was showing D Wade some tricks, and I think there was like a celebrity event.
Yeah.
So he was just really getting going. So I'm not sure if like first his back, because he had multiple back surgeries overall.
Yeah.
Like being in like you saw the way that vehicle looked.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking at this point of his career, with as many championships and cups and jackets and belt buckles and like fancy hats, that I don't know what they give out in golf.
The gold jacket, right?
the platinum, sweater vest pin.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this point in his career, the amount of rehab he'll have to do to get back to just regular like walking shape.
Yeah.
And then getting into like golf shape, then getting into elite golf shape.
Right.
I think he might just be like, I'm good.
Yeah, I think so too. But you never know though, because he's only 45, and they play until they're damn near 80.
That's true. That is true.
So
yeah, that is true. No. I was gonna say he had an early start, but most of them start pretty young too. So yeah. Now wouldn't it be crazy? Because his son. Last year, him and his son played in a father-son tournament. Yeah. I think his son is only like, preteen.
Mm-hmm.
But his son was like, they were in a father-son tournament against other golfers and their dads, but it wasn't age restrictive. So they were playing like a 30-year-old son with their 60-year-old dad.
Yeah.
And from the reports, Tiger Woods' son was like talking junk. Yeah. Like not just whooping them, but talking junk to like 30-year-old sons.
Giving it to him, right?
So it would be crazy if Tiger is playing at the same time his son's playing.
That'd be crazy. That's like what LeBron. That's exactly what he's trying to do too. So that'd be crazy though.
It's a good idea until your son like in LeBron's case, his son kind of like, yeah.
Get posterized by your son. You got his nuts in your face. It's time to wrap it up after that.
And you quit at halftime when that happened.
Yeah.
There's a press conference. I rethought my life goals and decisions, and I will not come back for the third quarter.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Utah Jazz. Are they contenders, or is this just a hot flash? What do you think, ACG?
I think they're contenders. They're contenders, but I don't think they're going to win the chip. I don't. I think everything changes when you go to playoff basketball. So I think all the success they're having, I think they'll still get far in the playoffs, but I don't see them winning. I don't see them getting past the Lakers. Not with a healthy AD.
Now, how far do they go?
I think they make it to. I think they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. But I think they either lose to the Lakers or they lose to the. But yeah, I don't see. They need one more star to pair with Mitchell, because he's the only star. The rest of them are really good players, but he's the only bona fide star.
And it's tough for me, maybe because I'm coming from, the 90s when they actually had like dominant centers. Mm-hmm. But like, to me, Gobert could be like the dominant center.
Yeah.
But I feel like he defers and kind of like plays the background.
Yeah, he does. He does the dirty work. So he's a monster on D.
He does. When you say he does the dirty work, I remember him like right before COVID, coughing on all the microphones. He does all the grimy work.
Yeah. And Mitchell wanted to strangle him after that. Mitchell, I'm not coming back after that.
Yeah, he ends up being like the second person most people ever heard of getting COVID because of this fool coughing and licking the side of the table.
Yeah, no, he was done with his press conference too, and he came back. He was like,
he went into zombie mode and just
yeah. A week later, reporter and Rudy Gobert, the first NBA player to catch the virus.
So I think they have the potential of going, but I think it's tough too because they don't quite have. I would say they don't quite have a. Who's the veteran? Who's the OG on that squad?
Conley, Mike Conley. I think he'd be the OG.
And I mean, so Mike Conley back in his days with the Grizzlies, they kind of went, but they were a good squad, but I don't know if they really went far. Like you need somebody with like finals experience.
Yeah. No, nobody on that Grizzlies. That was a nice Grizzlies team though, because it was him. It was Zebo, the ball looking dude.
Yeah, he. Hold on. Yeah, people keep texting. But yeah, so Zebo was like the intimidating defender, the ugly. Like he had the ugliest game ever. He played like the 40-year-old drunk dudes that I used to play against in high school.
Yeah. They call that bully ball. I feel like he was the first Draymond.
Yeah, really? Yeah. So, but yeah, without that, for the Jazz, Utah Jazz, without having that OG presence, I'm not. I give them. They're gonna bring, have some noise and have some really good games in the playoffs. But I think that brings us to our next segment, the Lakers, the LA Lakers. So earlier this week, the Lakers went against the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't go well for the Lakers.
No.
So the Lakers, previously being, deemed as a team that could take it all the way, they got beat like a drum.
Yep.
The score on that one was 114-89. To me, the craziest thing about that was LeBron only had 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
And the next person who scored in double digits was Markieff Morris.
How many points did he have?
12.
12, okay.
So he just barely got there.
Yeah.
So
they need AD back as soon as possible. They need AD. And they need to start making shots. Their other guys need to start stepping up. And yeah, this isn't good for LeBron. LeBron's wasting all his fuel.
Yeah.
He might get out toward the playoffs.
Yeah. Like, how do you load manage when you need him in order to lose games?
Yeah.
You need him just to lose respectively.
Yeah. So, I mean, the more minutes he plays, the more... I mean, but then again, it's LeBron. He's a freak of nature. He spends millions of dollars on his body. So, hey, he might even gear it up the next level in the playoffs. So...
He's going to go back home to his cryogenic chamber, hang from the ceiling, and
so the playoffs start.
Yeah. Now, with that being the case, tonight, so we're shooting this on a Friday. There's a game that's going to be the Lakers versus the Trailblazers. How does that go for the Lakers?
You know what? I want to pick the Lakers. I think they snapped I think they're on a 4-game losing streak. I think they snapped that tonight. I think LeBron has a mediocre night. I don't think he goes crazy, but I think he gets more help from his others. I think Morris has a good game. I think everyone else just steps up a little, and I think they snap. So
you're saying like the white dude with the horrible hairline is gonna step up big?
Caruso?
He looks like like somebody in sketch comedy.
No, you know who he looks like? He looks like Elmer Fudd in Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only way that the Lakers win tonight is if they get Caruso to dress up like a pizza man, delivery man, and work some of that Utah Jazz magic in order to like deliver pizzas to LeBron. Using that to deliver pizzas to Dame Dillard.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I mean, he would make a very believable pizza man, though. I think
he'd make it a believable mailman, pizza man,
guy at the DMV front counter.
Yeah, got the gas station.
All right. So next up, we have the NBA logo. ACG, what do you think should happen with the logo? There's a lot of talk as far as changing the logo out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to change it. I've been hearing a lot of people say change it to Kobe. RIP to Kobe. But I think it should be changed to Michael Jordan, honestly. Jordan shooting a J, something like that. I think it should be changed to him. Either him, I'd be with him, Russell. I'd be okay with Kobe too, I guess, but I feel like Jordan should have had it by now.
I agree. I think it should be updated. I guess there's a few factors that play into it. Just one, there's been the same logo for years and years and years without any logo refresh.
Yeah.
So like from time to time, brands, they do change their logo around some way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be a refresh. And I think if you're going to have a player represent the logo, it should be probably like, if you have a GOAT, like the greatest of all time, how is that greatest of all time not represented on the logo?
Right. Interesting story. I heard that obviously the logo is Jerry West.
Yeah.
So I heard that it wasn't about his stats or anything like that. I guess the dude who was making it was kind of looking at some pictures, kind of what would fit well in the logo. And I guess Jerry West had the proper, he's dribbling the basketball. I guess the picture fit perfectly in the logo, kind of. So I mean, that's what they based it off of. So he was the perfect fit for the picture. It wasn't about his stats. I mean, he was a great player, but it wasn't about any of that. I guess it was just about how it fit in the logo.
That's like, wow. I thought it was like they're giving him some kudos. Like they won the championships a couple times back then.
I thought so too, but nah. Hey, he looked good in here.
Now the other thing I wonder too is if they do change it to a player who's still alive and kicking and active and stuff, will that person try to get some royalties back? Like, like Jerry West, they changed that way back in the day, back when players weren't getting anything. They're happy to just like be on TV. They were happy not to play during the circus,
Yeah.
So like, if they did change it, would Ray Allen, if you go with textbook 3 or, would Ray Allen and Reggie Miller want like 15% of everything that it's on?
Everything the NBA does.
Then it's like, hey, look, Adam Silver's son is the new NBA logo. Don't gotta pay him nothing. Yeah. So I think this ends up being ultimately one of those things that just like never happens.
You don't think so?
No. I think there's too much on either side. Like people who are for it, people who are like stuck in the nostalgia and never want anything to change. Like, there's too many people on both sides who would be pissed with any type of change.
I agree. At least I don't think it's gonna happen for a while.
Yeah,
if it does.
I mean, damn. Like the one thing that I would have said would be the biggest catalyst for a change was like an all-time great dying.
Yeah.
And like they still didn't make Kobe the logo, so like what more could you do? Like Kobe scored 81 in a game. Nah, not good enough for him.
No.
So all right, moving on. Next up we have Bobby Shmurda being released from jail. ACG, what do you think Bobby Shmurda did on his first day out?
A lot of drugs. A lot of stuff. But the first thing he honestly did, though, I think he spent some time with the fam. Went home, saw his mom, FaceTimed her. Did you see? Him and Rowdy were having some trouble with the. See that?
Hey, this is new technology. They ain't have this. Well, I mean, they did, but
I saw a meme that said when Bobby came home, he logged into a Vine account.
He was like, "Hey, what's Rich Homie Quan doing right now?
Yeah.
What music he got out right now?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think, he did the FaceTime, went connect with his family, the several illegitimate children that he probably has. But the tough thing, the one thing I didn't understand was I just didn't know Quavo from the Migos rap group was like, he chartered the flight for him. They threw him a party. They gave him like 20 racks. They hooked him up with like an outfit. I was like, is he going to be like the fourth Migo now?
Yeah. Yeah, I was confused. I'm like, damn, they know each other. They're that cool?
Yeah.
He sent a jet to come pick him up from prison. He did a lot. Damn, okay.
Like he was in the background of all those pictures.
Yeah.
Now, the question I have was like, why is there no Brooklyn rappers there? Or not even Brooklyn, New York City.
New York City. Well, you know what though? They always say New York City, they have the most divided group of people. They don't, none of them mess with each other at all.
I guess it's even more evident when it takes a guy from Atlanta to come and pick up a dude from New York. And fly him to another part of New York.
Right.
Man, I wonder how much Quavo spent on airfare just going back and forth.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how it is. I didn't even realize that.
Did you see when he got back? He linked up with Rowdy Rebel again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm waiting on some new music from him.
Did you hear the new song from Rowdy Rebel?
Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah. So we're waiting on Bobby. But music has kind of been really uninspiring lately. Like, no genuine good music has been dropping, to me at least. So I'm really excited to see what Bobby has.
But ACG, it was all good just a week ago.
The fun fact that the hat is still in orbit.
Yeah, it's probably in the next video. It should come down.
Yeah. They gotta tune in next week to see on
where on earth does that hat land? Probably Atlanta, knowing how things are going. Not New York.
No.
All right. And then last up, we have kind of what was more or less breaking news at this time, but Russell Wilson, he's not asking for a trade from the Seattle Seahawks. Mm-hmm. But his agent did say if they want to trade him, he would go to, and they picked 5 cities. Most prominent of them being Dallas,
yep.
Chicago,
Dallas, Chicago, New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans. Now, I'd say Chicago is the one place nobody wants to go.
Right.
ACG, where should he go?
I think he should either stay where he's at, or I think he should go to the Saints, because Drew Brees is about to retire. They have a really good team. I think that's a Super Bowl team. You put Russell on that team, I think they got a good running back, they got a good defense, they got a solid overall team. So I think if he doesn't stay, I think his best bet would be going to New Orleans.
I agree with that one, and I agree because as I said before, Chicago is horrible and no one wants to play there. From there, looking at Dallas, Dallas, it's tough because it's America's team, quote unquote. What they say, it's America's team, but it has one of the most the media scrutiny in that area, and being on that team is crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
I mean, I think it's between New York and Texas. Like those are the worst teams to be on, or markets to be in with the media.
With that being said, I think so. He should, like I said, he should either stay or go to New Orleans. But the 2 teams you mentioned that he really shouldn't go to, because he really shouldn't. I feel like if he gets them teams far enough, I think that'll mean more to the fan base, because the Cowboys haven't been anything since the 90s. So if makes playoffs, they're gonna have a party like they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and Chicago,
if he went,
Chicago will go crazy too. Yeah, if he gets to the playoffs,
he'd be the best quarterback probably ever in the history of Chicago without even
easily.
Do it. He could just make it to the playoffs. They're like, hey, this guy's got it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good question though. Would you rather take the smarter, easier route to the Super Bowl? Not easy, but kind of the smarter path, or would you rather go to a harder destination, more scrutiny, but if you do win in that, it would mean more to your legacy, to your families? But if you do screw up, though, it might blow back in your face.
They're gonna burn your house down and run you out of town.
Yeah.
And I bet you Jerry like backs up the Brinks truck with the offer. Like,
yeah, he's back in the
yeah.
He's getting super. Yeah.
Wow, you think about it too. Oh, the other location was Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yep. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's no place to raise a family.
Yeah, no. But the reason he wanted to leave, I thought was funny. He said, "I get hit too damn much to stay on this team." I never heard that before.
You didn't hear that when Carson Wentz left? Yeah. That I'd say it's tough because right now he's in kind of a prime mode where he's looking at that next chapter of his career.
Yeah.
And he's trying to put the pieces together so that way he could work smarter, using the tools and the infrastructure that a team's going to build around him and like get away from kind of being stagnant.
Right. Yeah. I also think he's looking at his legacy too. I mean, he just saw fucking Tom Brady win his 7th Super Bowl. Now Patrick Mahomes on the scene. So, damn, I need to get at least one more.
Damn, is that a good move? Would he be playing? Is that the same division?
Yeah. If you went to New Orleans, yeah, he'd be in the division with Tom.
I don't know if you want that. You don't want that smoke on a regular.
No. It's like, you remember the Jordan doc when they said I took it personal? I feel like that's what Tom Brady does.
Yeah, he just finds a little. Oh, you leaving that team to come to my division?
Yeah,
taking it personal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first game, he's gonna put 500 up on the board. Yeah. 500 yards passing just because.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So that's the show for today. Next up, we have the hot takes. Before we cut out, we got the hot takes. ACG, what is your hot take for this week?
Hot take, I think Tiger Woods comes back. Not really soon, but comes back. And I think he wins one more tournament before he retires.
That would shoot. If he does that, if he can do that, they'll. I mean, he's already kind of the GOAT, but that's gonna put him up to that Tom Brady level.
Yeah. Like the wrestlers who get they get beat up and then they run down the ramp crazy.
So over like the next year, he's gonna be like doing the like the crowd pump, before he actually starts like clobbering people.
Yeah. He's gonna pull a pop.
Yeah. All right. So my hot take this week is that Russell Wilson actually just stays put.
Okay.
I think this is all a play just to show like that he's willing to go somewhere else if the Seahawks don't get the finances right.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that they're in a great community. They have great schools. It's great for the family. Yeah. So I don't think he's moving, but I think he is trying to get paid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So once again, thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget again to like this video and subscribe so that way you can stay tuned in for all the new episodes. We'll be back in 1 week dropping more information and entertainment on what happens over the next past week. Once again, this is from the Skybox Podcast. Peace.